Hi everyone! So first video review for this week is for Murder at Union Station by David S. Pedersen. If you want to check out my review, I have just posted that. So if you're on Facebook, there's a link within the post, and if you're on my blog then and YouTube, there is a link within the description. And this is the video review. So Murder at Union Station by David S. Pedersen. This is a really clever murder mystery. Again, David always delivers on these, and they're always really, really exciting. So Mason is hired to investigate what happened to a young woman whose body is found in a trunk at Union Station, and along the way he meets many a character. He quickly has many possibilities to investigate and then getting to the truth. So there's lots going on for him. He's got lots to figure out. I absolutely adore Mason Adler. I loved the first book in the series, and then I was so excited to see that there was a second book. And what's great about these is they are standalone, so you don't have had to have read the first one to read the second one. But it was absolutely fantastic to be back with Mason Adler and get to sort of find out what adventure he would have in this second book. So David always delivers a really, really, really exciting story. It's always very cleverly put together. I can never figure out who done it until it is all pieced together by the detectives. So as usual, Mason, his charming self, he really is lovely. Very skilled in getting to know the suspects and noticing very, very small details that everybody else misses. So he always gets to the truth in the end, and sometimes it takes him a little bit longer than everyone else when they've all sort of thought they've figured it out and closed the case and everything. But he won't give up. He's always got to try it and figure it out, and he doesn't miss these little things. He's got a very keen eye for detail. He always picks these things up. So how I always miss it, I never know, because he's always picking up on the most subtle of things. But it was absolutely fantastic to be back with him trying to figure this one out. His friends and acquaintances were back, so always a good sign as well. They provided a little bit of normality amongst this quite horrendous case, and as always, they added some extra layers to the story, and they play key parts in helping Mason to figure things out, whether it be just something they say or something they do. It just helps him click that final piece in place, usually with them sort of being there to support him, and it's usually in a really surprising way. It's in the most unexpected bit of information or something they do or say that he's like, oh yes, and then he picks something up that I never would have picked up. It's amazing how he does this. So this one, it was such a heinous crime, honestly. It was proper grim, but when the suspects started being lined up, I really wasn't sure. It could have been any of them, genuinely. It could have been any of them, and it was really fun to try and notice the clues and try and figure out who it was. Maybe beat Mason to figuring it out, but as usual, like I say, I didn't manage that, because I'm quite swayed by the characters, and they're very, very convincing that it wasn't them. And it's very easy to, when all the other characters seem to be blaming this one character, it's very easy to be, you know, yeah, it must be them, that all makes sense. But yeah, something about this murder mystery caught my attention though. I really did enjoy it. I was awful at figuring out what happened and everything, but there was a very surreal feeling to the story, which I can't really explain, as if it wasn't shocking, you know, and that there was this calm air about it, but it was really shocking. But it's a very surreal feeling, and it really helped to sort of set the scene, and meant that during Mason's investigation, this picture of what happened and who might be responsible was building, and then suddenly, as it built, everything felt more awful. So like at the beginning you were like, oh my god, that's terrible. It was when all the secrets and like revealing bits came out about how this might have happened, and he started trying to surmise all the scenarios, that you start thinking, oh, this is really horrible, like why would someone do this to someone? So it seemed more cruel and it seemed more unkind, and then it still maintained this surreal feeling that it might not be as callous and dark as it seemed, and it all could have just been like some terrible misunderstanding. It was very, very, very surreal, and but very intriguing, and it certainly got me thinking, so I hope it will you too. There's always so much elegance and charm in David's stories and the way he writes, which it just makes them stand out. It just makes them fabulous, and is why I absolutely love them so much, and I'm very, very excited to find out what is going to happen and what Mason has awaiting him in the future. So very, very excited for the next book in the series, hopefully soon. So yeah, very, very excited for that, and hope you are too. So I'll pop a link in the description so you can go and grab a copy of Murder at Union Station by David S. Pedersen, which I really, really hope you will. If you've read Murder at Union Station, would love to know what you thought of it and how you found the story, so please do comment, please do let us us know. If you haven't read it yet, but you're planning to read it, it's on your to be read list, so you're now super intrigued and thinking, I really want to read that, please do comment, let us know. It's always great to find out what you're interested in reading, and if you do read it, I hope you have a fabulous time. I hope you can work it out a lot quicker than I did, and I hope you really enjoyed being on that adventure with Mason. Bye!